Once upon a time, there was a beautiful little blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl who danced in the rain and sang with her face angled up towards the sunlight. This little girl had a vivid imagination. She would play with the fairies in her garden and sing songs that she had made up all afternoon long. Her name was Mildred. Ugh! What? That's an old lady name. More so, that's a miserable old lady name. That name does not suit a cute little girl. I can't imagine ever naming a character that I would want people to like Mildred, let alone an adorable little girl. I will use the name Mildred though if I want my readers to immediately dislike my character. Case in point, character names are important. Whenever I do character sketches, I'm always reminded about how important your character names are. Now obviously there's so much more to a character sketch than just a name, but a name is the start of it all. A character's name has to define the character, and it's often the first introduction that a reader has to a character, and first impressions count. So today I wanted to share 4 important things with you that I have learned when it comes to actually naming your characters. Number 1, the pronunciation of your characters' names is super important. Character names have to be easy to pronounce. Having a name that's really difficult to pronounce just makes your reader's job so much harder. And it makes it really difficult to actually associate with the character when you don't know how to pronounce their name. It also slows down the process of reading every time you actually have to stop and try figure out what this character's name is. And honestly, I don't want my readers to ever wonder if they sound like a drunk person when they're trying to pronounce one of my characters' names. Or if they're just slightly mad. So make it easy. Choose easy to pronounce names. They can still be unique. I also feel that all the names should start with a different letter of the alphabet. That's number 2. This is purely personal preference, but it does make reading a lot easier. It makes differentiating the characters a lot easier, and it makes writing the characters a lot easier. Readers will never have to think about which letter M character they are reading about now. And when you're writing, it can really keep your mind straight about which character you're referring to. It makes summarizing and taking notes about your book so much easier. You don't have to write out full character names. You can just use the letter of the character that you're referring to when you're making notes. That saves a lot of time. Number 3, the names also really shouldn't be too long. Again, this just makes reading easier and writing easier as well. And it makes for a better experience all round for your reader. And then number 4, the name must suit the character. You can't name a tall, dark and handsome character Eugene, just like you can't name a little girl Mildred, or a nerdy teenager Hunter. Your name has to ooze personality. Well, all names ooze personality, but the name that you pick for your character has to ooze out your character's personality. It has to define who your character is. So again, once upon a time, there was a beautiful little blonde-haired girl with blue eyes who danced in the rain and sang with her face angled up towards the sunlight. This little girl had a vivid imagination. She would play with the fairies in the garden, and she would sing made-up songs all afternoon long. Her name was Lily. Isn't that better? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I loved making this video for you. Please do subscribe if you're interested in more videos like this. If you're interested in checking out any of my book reviews, I will leave a link down below. And I will be making a lot more videos about writing, my writing process, and the lessons that I am learning through my writing journey. Also, let me know down below if you have ever read a book that had a really weird character name that you could not pronounce, or a character name that you just felt was really inappropriate for that character. I would love to know. I'd love to go read that book, or at least check it out. I know I've read a few too. Have a fantastic day. By the way, my name's Meg.